What is happening, fellow Cobras? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into Hawk's hair color, why it carries so much importance to the show, and I'm even going to discuss what I personally think his Season 4 hair color will be at the end of the video. So be sure to stick around for its entirety to hear my thoughts on that. And before I get started on all that, if this is your first time here and you love Cobra Kai and Karate Kid just like the rest of us, consider joining our dojo today by hitting the red subscribe button down below and turning on all notifications so you never miss anything. Perhaps some of the greatest moments in the entire series of Cobra Kai come from the Hawk character development and evolution that he's gone through throughout the seasons. But one specific topic about Hawk's character seems to always be a popular one, and that is trying to determine the color of his mohawk in Season 4. While at face value, many fans may not care enough about what the color will be, but to many's surprise, it's actually worth keeping track of because it's actually very important, especially for his personality and symbolism of his character. And the Cobra Kai series is definitely known for associating specific colors with certain personalities. Look back at Season 1, Hawk of course had the cool blue mohawk, and if you look at the positives of the blue symbolism, confidence is number one on that list, and that's the thing that instantly happened to Eli once he became the Hawk to everyone's surprise. And the term out of the blue that they use, of course, means to appear unexpectedly, which he did do in Season 1 when he walked into the dojo unrecognizable for the first time as Hawk. Some of the negatives of the representation of the color blue that jumped out to me point to Eli being passive and depressed. And while he was never any of those things while he was Hawk, he was going through those things while being picked on when he was in the presence of being Eli. And also, if you notice, they mentioned that blue is also symbolic of trust and calmness. While Hawk is far from being calm all the time, and is still a loose cannon type of character overall, Season 1 Hawk was the least evil and calmest we've ever seen him. In fact, he wasn't even that evil at all. Back then, we were constantly rooting for the Cobra Kais and wanting them to succeed. He wasn't out there committing felonies and inflicting constant pain on others through Kreese's orders. He was just solely focused on training and just becoming an overall badass. When we begin Season 2 and Kreese is introduced, we see him get into Hawk's head, which sparks the transition to the red hair color, otherwise known as Dark Hawk. And many of you probably already know this, but red is often associated with the Cobra Kai dojo itself, and this was right when Hawk started dismissing Sensei Lawrence's lessons and putting his trust into Kreese. Red is also symbolic of a plethora of different things that align with Hawk when his hair was red. Nearly all of these that are listed can apply to him. The most notable ones are found where the negative ones are listed. Like for instance, Hawk's anger was very present in both seasons that his hair was red. And that anger is really shown when it came to Dimitri's bad Yelp review of Cobra Kai, and when it came to beating down Brooks to a pulp. That anger was just there. When it comes to the danger part of it, Hawk was put into a lot of danger even though he never really felt like he was in danger in the first place. Like when him and the rest of the Cobras broke into the zoo to steal the snake, and when he broke into the Miyagi-Do dojo to trash it. Committing those crimes really put him at a risk of legal trouble. Now, revenge is often associated with the color red as well, and Hawk desperately wanted revenge on the Miyagi-Dos after what happened to Miguel in the school fight. He wanted to quote-unquote put them in their place as they were viewed as the enemy through the eyes of Kreese. And of course, aggression is another obvious one, as Hawk is always looking to be on the offensive side of fights and likes to start those fights that he's in. Probably about 90% of the ones he's in. Now, it's also worth noting that attention is listed here as well, and that can be explained with him trying to get the attention and recognition from Kreese that he was their top student after the school fight once Miguel went down. And of course, he never was viewed as such from Kreese, as he always had Robbie in mind for that, and Hawk was just a pawn that was willing to carry out Kreese's demands. So thus far, we've covered Hawk's hair colors that we've seen up until this point in the show, but now that Hawk has left the Cobra Kai dojo in the dust and joined up with Eagle Fang, it really points to Hawk's hair color getting a real makeover in the 4th installment of the show. And I've been seeing many fellow creators with some impressive videos trying to figure out the color choice, and by watching those, they all point to Hawk having a purple mohawk, which of course makes perfect sense as purple is the combination of his two past hair colors of blue and red, meaning he is the perfect balance of the two. And purple also represents some interesting traits that don't directly tie into Hawk's character at face value right now. One that really jumped out to me is the word mystery. Could this mean that we may see a whole new version of Hawk that we've never seen before? It definitely seems likely. Maybe we'll see a combination of Eli and Hawk, who's a badass but compassionate and sensitive version of himself at the same time. And back in March of this year, Jacob Bertrand was even spotted at an autograph signing with his hair dyed purple as well. So that pretty much should confirm that his hair color is purple in Season 4, right? Well, not quite just yet. During John Hurwitz and Hayden Schlossberg's Q&A sessions on Twitter last week, someone asked Hayden about Hawk's hair being purple next season, and Hayden replied with yes to that he's getting a new hair color, but it will not be purple. So we're kind of getting a little bit of mixed signals here. However, Hayden does love to troll us fans, of course. I wouldn't be surprised if the actual hair color is like some different variation of purple, like violet or something, so it's not technically purple. So it also makes his answer out to be that he's telling the truth, but it's kind of like a cookie cutter type of answer. So it very well could be that Hayden's just messing with us on the exact specifics of his hair color. Though, if his hair doesn't happen to be purple in Season 4 though, I do have a backup color as to what I think it also could be. And that color is orange. Season 4 is definitely going to be a redemption season for Hawk as he finally turns away from Cobra Kai and acknowledges the consequences for his actions. And he has a lot to make up for all that he's done in the past 2 seasons. The lines of all the things that he's done are just not going to be blurred and left in the dust. But the real reason I think it could be orange is that Hawk's going to be struggling with his past actions and attempting to move forward. Red obviously symbolizes the more evil side of Hawk, and with orange being a brighter shade of red, it really shows that even though he's made many mistakes in the past, he's showing that he's ready to turn away and make things right by getting back on the right path with his friends and allies against his former dojo and new enemies. And if you also look at the exact symbolism of the color orange, it really looks to me like an evolved and mature version of Hawk with the red mohawk. Like he would still have the passion and emotion of the past 2 seasons, but he'll be putting those 2 traits to better use in terms of positivity, optimism, and enthusiasm like it's listed here for the color orange. But all in all, my first prediction for Hawk's hair color in Season 4 is still purple. Well, perhaps violet to be specific, mostly because there's actual physical evidence of Jacob Bertrand having that hair color at the exact time they were filming Season 4. Orange is my second choice for symbolic reasons, and heck, Hawk may even go back to his normal brown hair because all the hair color of his mohawk gets shaved off. You never know. But anyways, that'll do it for this video. Those are my thoughts on the entire symbolism of Hawk's hair and what his hair color could be in Season 4 and what it means for his character. Let me know in the comments section below what color you guys think Hawk's hair will be in Season 4. And guys, once more, we are within striking distance of 2,000 subscribers. We are now less than 250 subscribers to go until we hit 2K. Can we do it before Cobra Kai Season 4 premieres? It's a little bit of a stretch, but if we put our minds to it, I really think we can do it. You know what to do next. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on all Cobra Kai and Karate Kid content. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I'll see you in the next one. And remember, the first rule of Cobra Kai.
What the? Lesson 1. Strike first. Never wait for the enemy to attack.
You could have given me like a warning.
Quiet!